Big Mama, what are you doing? That's like your permanent location. She just stays there. Had to make a mud wallow just about anywhere. Morning, y'all. I am headed to Twin Creeks. I got to do a couple things over there. Gonna move cows. Gonna put out a couple traps for some nuisance animals. I'm gonna try to take care of, and then I'll be headed to the farm. We're gonna work on prepping chicken houses today. So quick turnaround. Found out Monday we're getting them back in a week. So gonna try to push through. We're gonna try to get all 4 houses prepped and ready today. Whether or not that happens, I don't know. I was optimistically hopefully get 3 done, and then that'll put us in a pretty good spot. So we're not getting all the houses back on Monday. We're gonna get house 1 back on Monday, and then we're gonna get house 2 on, well, the rest of the houses on Wednesday. Well, not Wednesday, Tuesday. I'm sorry. Getting my days confused. I don't even know. I barely know what day it is today. Haven't really videoed a whole lot this week, and I do apologize. I have not been in a real good mind space all week. I've just been struggling. I've been struggling to stay motivated and be optimistic about stuff. So I do apologize for that, and I just going to be transparent and honest with you. That's kind of what's going on. So I think when people talk about getting seasonal depression during the wintertime, and I get mine during the summer. When it turns hot, I don't know, something about it it doesn't. I don't have a problem working in the heat physically, but mentally it just wears me out. So, and so that's kind of what's going on. I'm going to prep the drone trailer for tomorrow morning. I'm going to go spray 25 acres of mixed stuff for a fella that I did some dove field work for. And this is the last thing I really owe them, and then I'm done with them for the year. Probably done with them forever, because I just can't. I bit off more than I could chew this year with some of this stuff, and I'm paying for it. So won't be doing them next year, I can tell you that. So next year I'm gonna focus more on doing that kind of stuff for myself rather than doing it for other people, and hopefully that'll make my stress level a little bit lower in the month of April and May. So you live and you learn. You know, you don't know if you can do it until you try. So I tried, and it was too much. So anyhow, headed to Twin Creeks, head to High Hope, get all that stuff done, and hopefully everything goes pretty smooth today, and I can get repairs done in the houses pretty quickly. So we'll let you follow along, and we'll go from there. See you in a bit. Do a little welfare check on everybody. See how everybody's feeling. I don't have to move them because Dad's already moved them. You two are pretty good looking. I'd say she's pregnant. She's pretty wide. Well, there's the rest of the crew. Excuse me, pardon me. Golly, you two are tiny. You'd think those were this year's heifers, but they're first calf heifers. They're tiny little things. Hi, Mama. Dad said 108 was limping. I hadn't seen her yet. I wanted to see how many deer tracks are on this new road we put in. Well, we put in. Just curious to see how many deer are walking that now, because they haven't been over there hardly at all with the where the one trail comes across where I got the mock scrape. Just curious to see how many tracks are in here. I don't really see any yet. yeah, there's a handful. Oh yeah, they've been walking this for sure. Way easier to see with just walking. Oh yeah, there's some tracks. Oh yeah, they walking this edge. Well, walking this up. I think I'm gonna put a lock on up in here somewhere. I've been debating on if I'm gonna put another one up in here or not, and I think I'm going to. I'm just not sure where I'm gonna put one yet. But shoot, if they start traveling this trail back and forth from the cutover, I'll have a good stand over there and have another good lock on there, and then the tower stand up there. So I don't know. I'll think about that. Well, I finally made it to the farm. Oh, it's been running around all morning. So finally getting going, about 10 o'clock. So good and hot now. All right, so I got me a bunch of supplies together. We're gonna go around and we're just gonna start doing maintenance in houses. I'm gonna check fans, check lights, and we'll go from there. All right, first thing I gotta fix is was blowing down on Tuesday and a light receptacle box kind of blew apart. They're plastic boxes and they don't hold up real well. So I got to replace that. And see there, that plastic box just blew apart, the light fell out. So, and then there's a bunch of wires and stuff running through that already, and they go from end to end, from that end to that end, and then there's lights wired into that, and it's already wired together. So rather than trying to cut all that and take that all apart, what I ended up doing is I bought a metal box, and I actually just cut the frame out with the angle grinder. So idea is that'll just slip up on there, and then we'll just tighten it up, and I won't have to redo any of that wiring, and it'll still be contained. So hopefully this will work. We'll see. So that's all wired together already. We're gonna spin those lock nuts back. Spin those back, and let's see, we got two self tappers holding that box up. So we're gonna take those out, drop this old box. Whew, there it went. All right, hopefully this works. Nuts all the way off. Got room to work. You go down through there. You slide like that. Maybe. Oh, maybe. Oh, look at that. Heck yeah. That's going to work just fine. Now I'm going to get screw in this. I don't like that it's metal and not plastic, but they didn't have any plastic boxes, and pretty sure this one won't break. Not like them plastic ones. Tell you, I can't hold on to nothing today. My hand is killing me again. Okay, there's that. Let's bring these lockers back on. And I got another one in house 4. I'm probably going to have to do the same thing too. And that should be it for major box repairs. Then I just got to check lights and make sure all the lights are working. Well, at least in the fronts. Don't worry about the back so much because they're always on dim once they go back there anyway, so. Heck yeah. Got my little Knipex. A little half turn on those just to make sure they're snug. And then I gotta go get the light and pop that back together, and that should be fixed. So now I know how to do them for next time. This is the first ones I've ever had to replace. Okay, got my light. So I brought a spare just in case this one doesn't work. These things are $32 a piece. And they're supposed to have a lifetime warranty on them, but I don't know. I haven't messed with them enough to know how the warranty works or anything like that. And Dad tried, and I don't know if he had any luck, but I don't know why these things just don't last. Actually, I do know why they don't last, because they're in all this dust and then the vibration. Like, you don't think about all the vibration that's in these ceilings from the fans blowing, and then the feed lines running and all those lines, and then the chickens bumping into everything. It's just, everything just vibrates. Get my 2 screws on. And I talked to another farmer that has the same kind of lights, and he said he found that if you over tighten them, then you tend to have issues with the longevity of them too. So again, just kind of, I guess it goes back to just the vibration. Hey, it still works. That's great. We saved $32 not having to replace that one. This is the worst though, trying to not look at the light and get everything put where it belongs, because these things will blind you. There we go. Perfect. That was pretty easy, actually. I was kind of dreading that job. Since I'm in here in one, I figured I'll go ahead and check all the other lights. So far so good. I had just replaced about half a dozen in here last flock. Well, I see one thing I gotta fix quick. I gotta flip that stir fan back up. When I was in here blowing down, I must have bumped it. All right, that's back like it belongs. That looks a little better. I better check the rest of them while I'm in here. Make sure they're all pointed in the right directions. Bump you down just a smidgeroony. These stir fans make a huge difference in these houses just for keeping fresh air circulating. Especially when we're running heaters and there's no vents open or anything like that. That keeps the air stirred so that it doesn't get stale. And I just seen Dad take off with the dually, so I'm guessing he's done running paper, which will be his contribution to chicken house setup. So just realized I got a pulley off on the curtain, so I gotta fix that quick. So it's just little stuff like that. It's little stuff like that takes forever. Well, like I said, we'll come in here, we'll turn all the fans to on. We'll do 1 through 13. We'll turn on exhaust fans, make sure they're all running, clear that code, and go check and see. So I got an exhaust fan not working, which is great. That's a brand new exhaust fan. Okay, here we go. Let's start checking them. So this should be 13. Good. This should be 11. Good. Exhaust fan 3. Yep, we're just gonna leave that one run. This should be number 9, or yeah, number 9. She's good. Number 1, good. Number 2 is good. We know 3, 4, and 5 are good. Go 6. Probably leave that one on. 7, good. 8. Taking a while for that one to spin up. Something going on with that one. There she goes. Capacitor's probably going bad. It's all saying number 4, she's good. We'll leave that one on. Alright, so it's, oh shit, that'd be why. That one was unplugged because we just had a huge spark come out of that, so I'm guessing that motor's bad. So we'll go shut everything off and we'll dig into this box. Oh, okay, well, see that? That's all bent up. I'm assuming something hit that. That's not good. Something else I gotta do, I gotta come back through. I need to clean all the contacts on these, on the fan, on the drive ends. I started doing something a couple flocks ago. I just unplug them every time we put them up in the ceilings because I had it curled up in a coil and stuck in one of the pans and it got some corrosion in it. It actually caught that thing on, it caught it on fire, belted the pan down. It was up in the big black mark in the ceiling. So that was a little bit scary. So we're gonna check out this fan and find out what the heck's going on with that. And I know I have one water line and I'm not sure which house it is. I know I snatched it with the dang blower and I snapped the end off. So I gotta grab a, it's gonna have to have a whole new body. So, yep, that looks like a complete kit. So we'll throw that in the Polaris with us too. Well, that's why it's not working. It wasn't plugged in. Ooh, that sounds bad. These are brand new damn fans. What is wrong with this thing? It looks like we've got 2 issues. It's hitting the shroud, well, the baffle there, and then it's also hitting the top of the shroud right there. So it's hitting the baffle and hitting the shroud. So, okay. Let's see if I can't figure out how to get this leveled out. Simple, just had to bend the fins back. So let's plug it in and see if she works now. Let's see here, is that gonna be better? Oh yeah, I like brand new because it is. All right, I'll put that together. That's way more better. And that capacitor, oh, how lucky can you fit that out? Yeah, I know, I should be using a proper wrench, but you know what? Shop, I gotta replace it anyways. Yep, that motor's shot. It'll work. It needs a new capacitor. Wires are all cut. It's all corroded. So, oh well, we're just going to replace it. Get out of the way. Why they put stainless hardware on all this stuff? They don't go bad. It's awesome. Well, I'm trying to pop that belt off. Again, I should be using a proper wrench, but I don't have all my tools with me, and I don't really feel like running back to the truck and getting one wrench when I got the little 4-inch in my pocket. I used to have a bucket that had all the tools I needed, and someone that no longer works here, I believe, took that bucket. Yep, that's what happened. They hit this somehow. And you can see right there, they hit it with something. Probably hit it with the top of a cage. Knocked the cover over. Pulled the grommet out of the top. Cut the wires, and now the capacitor's burned up. And you can see it got hot too. It melted. It melted right there. So, Hunter's gonna see what he can do for us. Oh, goodness. Oh, they don't get no lighter. Look at that fancy thing. It's all blue and stuff. Oh, let's see. Now there's a special laser tool that you can use to align your belts. I just eyeball it. And usually what I do is I just put the pulley on there loose, and then I'll spin the belt, and it'll kind of walk itself back and forth to get it straight. Look at that. I grabbed the right Allen wrench on the first try. Woo! Very nice. Okay, with cage on, that's done. Since we're down here, I'll go ahead and clean these connections and plug these feed augers back in, so I don't have to walk back down here again. So we'll just hit them a little bit of this good stuff right there. And clean them contacts up. Tim got here. He's putting trays out. I'm not sure where Christian went. So Tim's gonna keep rolling on trays. I'm gonna start working on getting hopper ends put back together. And as soon as trays are down, we're gonna start running feed in here, and then we're gonna turn on water. All the repairs are done in one. So that's pretty good. So we'll be ready to roll on this. I got a few things, little maintenance items I gotta do. I gotta lube a couple things, grease a couple things. Other than that, let's just throw everything back together and get it running again. All right, got hopper ends on. So that's done. We are going to test fire the overhead, make sure all the overhead switches are working. Let's see, that's filling. Switch work. All right. Okay, there's that one. That's not good. That should have shut off. I'm gonna have to run this hopper dry and then check that again. I may need to adjust that switch a little bit. Okay, well there's that. Wait on Tim to get trays done. He's about almost done. He's got half a run left, and then we're gonna start chugging feed through here. While he's doing that, I'm gonna grease this tunnel machine. This is this controller right here. So that motor runs this screw that I'm gonna show you that runs in there. That's what opens and closes the tunnel doors. So, the long brass screw that runs. That long brass screw right there. So we got a grease circuit right there, and then I usually try to lube the cables that run across the tops and all that. So hit them with a little PV blaster just to make sure that they ain't too bad rusted. Okay, now we get to turn on the noisemakers. We got to run feed, and so I'm putting my earbuds in, and I'm probably not going to record much during this because you can't hear a thing in here until it's done. So while feed's running, I'm going to work on getting the other vent machine lubed up. I'm going to lube cables. I forgot I had to fix the pulley on this curtain, which I just did. So that's all straight. So they get feed running, turn water lines on, and then once feed's run, I'm gonna shut this house down and I'm gonna go to 2. See, told you it was loud in here. Oh, great. Feed lines, am I right? Well, I discovered I can't get number 3 line to run. I think I got an electrical problem in the switch. And on further investigation, yeah, I definitely got a problem. So when killed the breaker, looks like something snatched that out of there. So we're gonna take that box apart and see what's going on inside. That wire's broke. That sure enough broke. All right, so that's pretty easy. All we gotta do is we're gonna cut that back and put us a new fresh end on and wire nut it back together. Should be good to go. All right, we're gonna go throw the breaker back on and see if that works. Well, shit, that didn't work. Must be something else going on here. Yeah, investigate further, I suppose. Yeah, buddy, got it fixed. So we had a combination of 2 things. I had a switch that was hung up, and then we had a broken wire in the switch box itself. Now that I got that done, it's really noisy in here. Oh, I don't know why they insist on putting black seats on stuff, but God almighty, is that hot sitting in the sun. Well, house one's ready. So, got feed lines run. All that worked. Switch is good. I had one feed pan I kind of had to mess with, but, you know, no big deal. And ran water for about 15 minutes on flush. Pressurized everything. House one's good to go. We might not even have to turn the heat on. It's 97 degrees in these houses. So it's hot. All right, I'm gonna jump in the house too, and I'm just gonna take a quick walk and just see if there's anything that sticks out. I think I had a sensor that was ripped out in here somewhere. I'm not sure. I'm gonna walk through and just see what's up and check lights. I know I gotta put attic doors back in. I try not to hit them with the blower, but sometimes I just can't help it. So gotta put attic doors back in. Just do a quick walkthrough on this and check everything. I don't think there's much in-house too. I think this one put feed ends on and pressurized water, run feed. That's about it in here, I think. Let's see, there's that sensor, there's that sensor. I reckon I'll need to go check the computer and see if there's a sensor not active. But heck, I don't really see much I gotta do in here. I mean, lights are good. Fans are, I guess, got test fire fans, and that should be about it. Whew, yeah, I'd say that needs to be shut. Golly, the hot air coming down out of there. I'm probably gonna have to address that cable. We'll see. This house, for whatever reason, the mid-pan switches do not work right. Especially that far end one over there. I may end up replacing that whole pan. I haven't decided yet, but that might happen today. If not today, maybe Monday. That wire needs to be redone. Whew, I gotta shut that attic vent like right now. Well, heck yeah. There really ain't nothing to fix in house two. I'm gonna fix this one wire on this control pan. And I'm gonna get feed ends put on, and shoot, that's probably gonna be about it in here. I'm not gonna run feed till Monday because no sense in it sitting over here all weekend long. Yeah, there's something I need to fix quick. I just realized there's no cover on that, and the reset button is pushed back, so I need to fix that. Well, I figured, shoot, I'm rolling pretty good. I might as well go ahead and run feed in house two and check waters. So turn the water on, turn the water on, turn the feed lines on. All the mid-pan switches work, except for one. I had to fix a little wire, and the other one had a big glob of junk stuck in it, so I cleaned that out. They're zinging pretty good, so I'm gonna go test the hopper ends, see if those switches are working right, and we're just gonna let it eat. Look at that coastal, baby. Golly, this looks good. I cannot wait to see how many bales we get off of this. This is some pretty stuff right here. Tim's out here fluffing. Man, this smells good. Tim likes when I take videos of him. He loves it. He loves going viral. Not too bad. I got two houses. They're completely ready. Feed lines are pretty well put together in 3 and 4. I just got to put drop tubes. I got to run water, and I got about 2 hours worth of repairs to do in 3 and 4 combined. So I'll have houses ready by noon on Monday. So it's about 4 o'clock. I've had a long week. I think I'm gonna go to the house. You hot? I know, y'all are all hot. I wish I could turn on air conditioners for you girls, but It just don't work that way. Hi, Rory. Roy boy, you about to go to the sale barn, buddy. It's that time.